Another amazing story though, Pete. I was kind of curious though, like when I first got into it, I seen Popin. Breakers will pop though too. Did you ever do both?
Yeah, first, I mean, like
Used to b-boy too?
Yeah, I mean, I tried.
Okay.
I went to New York in 1981.
Okay.
And the first time I seen it with my own two eyes. I'm in New York for something totally different. I'm in there. That's actually me rerun. Well, Fred Berry.
Okay.
Rerun from the show. Tony Basil and this guy Andrew. We're doing a show in New York. So I would often go off on my own because I was by myself with nobody else with me other than the older guys. And I think I was 19 at this time. And I would go walk around, and I saw these guys doing this stuff on the ground. And I'm looking like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And then they started spinning on their back. But it wasn't cardboard. They were doing it on
yes.
concrete.
That's when I seen it on concrete.
Yeah. So
on the playgrounds.
Yes, exactly. And I came back home and I said, hey man, I saw some new dance called breaking or something. These guys they was on the ground doing all the stuff and they do this thing where their legs come on. I didn't know the name of the stuff. And 3 weeks later it was on either Eye on LA or one of them shows that came on that it might be the same one you saw. It said this new dance coming out of New York. But I had already seen it like 3 weeks before that. And I was telling everybody in Long Beach, man, this new dance. They said, how you doing? I tried to get on the ground and do it. I didn't understand it. And I remember, then I started seeing people with the cardboard, and me and my brother went and got cardboard. He was 16, I was 19, and we was in the garage I was trying to remember what they do. No one taught me. I only try to remember. Hey, they go like this, and they on the ground, they kicking, they legs, they moving around. And they do a back thing on their spin on their back thing. So
I was doing the same thing, P, though. Like we would walk around, we would see like Yum Yum Donuts or Pioneer's Chicken. We would go in the back and get the cardboard and take it back to the house.
Exactly.
Put it on put it in the garage parking lot.
Yeah, exactly.
And the first move I would try was like the backspin because it seemed like it's the easiest.
Yeah, everybody did.
Because everybody did the backspin.
You try to kick the leg spin, but I try to do what I deemed the
centipede.
Windmill.
Oh, windmill.
I was trying to do it, and I try to remember. I was just guessing, and I did something, and the ground came up real fast, which means I slammed my face to the floor, and that was the last time I was on the floor. I said, you know what?
That's it.
I like this thing called breaking. As me watching it, but me doing it, I'm going back to popping and locking and all that stuff. That's what I.
Right.
Yeah, but I did try to. As any new dance come in. First time I seen waving, I was trying to learn how to wave. First time I seen tutting, I was trying to learn how to tut. So my whole thing is anything that's new. Hey, I'm trying to do it. And that in those days, not now. I ain't trying to can't do it.
Right.
Body don't work like that.
How did you get involved with Michael though? That's another thing I want to ask you. Were you also in the Michael Jackson Thriller video?
Nah,
when they were doing the zombies?
Nah,
that wasn't you?
Sugar Pop was in there. Sugar Pop, dude named Robert, another guy named Paul.
Okay.
And I forgot the other guy name, but I was in London.
You was in London, okay.
Yeah. And we heard about the video.
Thriller
was coming. They was doing it. We was trying to get back home, but we couldn't get back home. So the first time I worked with Michael was Beat It.
Oh, Beat It.
Yeah, Beat It was the first video I did with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, Beat It was the first video because of how we got involved with that is because one of a girl who's a dance on Soul Train started working for MJJ1 Productions, and I guess they was looking for poppers, and then she said, I know, you gotta get the ElectricBoogaloos, because we had in 1979 we did the show Soul Train. So she was one of the main dancers on the show. She was actually a Korean girl.
Okay.
And she called us, but at this time, I'm thinking it's a prank call. I picked up the phone. She said, calling this ElectricBoogaloo, say, yeah, this is I'm people ElectricBoogaloo. She said, yeah, we're looking for you guys because Michael Jackson wants you guys in his video Breaking. And we like,
Thriller?
Yeah, no, Breaking.
Okay.
I mean, no, sorry, Beat It. Sorry.
Beat It, yeah.
My bad. Sorry. Beat It.
Okay.
I thought it was a prank, so I hung up. So a prank call. Friends always prank. We back in the day. Now we're on a landline. There's no call waiting, no call thing. We don't see none of that stuff. It's just somebody. So I hung up. She called back. And they said, oh, something happened to the phone. I said, yeah. And anyway, long story short, she ended up being, when she said her name, I said, well, who is this? She said, Cheryl Song. I said, oh, snap. So I know it's real because I know Cheryl. I
Okay.
said, Cheryl, yeah, oh, hey. And then she said, then that's how we got him. First time we got involved with Michael was through the music video Beat It. And that's when I met him. Then we met him. He brought us to meet all the street dancers, which was
Turbo? Was Turbo part of that?
No.
Okay.
Shrimp wasn't there, but Shrimp had already started working with him. Shrimp had worked with him, was the first person to officially kind of work with him.
Okay.
In the sense of teaching him, stuff like that. Teaching Michael. But then we did, so you know, and that's how we got into, with Michael. Then I ended up actually teaching Michael a little bit. I did a couple one-on-one classes with him. Then I sat and talked to him 2 hours, one-on-one without dancing. The first time, actually, I went over to the family home. This was before Neverland, Encino.
Yeah, Encino.
So I went over there and spoke with him, you know, for a couple hours. He didn't want to dance. He just wanted to know my story. And we spoke and had a great conversation. And then from when I went from there, from Beat It to Captain EO.
Captain EO.
Then
I can watch that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghost. But I'm in the robot costume.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you see Captain EO, I'm in the. If you watch us dancing, I'm in this costume on the side. Taco's in this one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna watch it.
Making of it too. You can see me and Taco with the choreographer doing the routines and stuff. So in that video, I mean, in that Captain EO, there was Jazzy J, Hugo, Mr. Smooth, Skeeter Rabbit, and Donald from Booyah Tribe.
Oh, Booyah Tribe.
Yeah, he was in the video also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing,
Yeah,
though.
so it was cool, man. Mike was good.
Yeah.
It was lovely, man.
After the movie Breaking, though, like when did you realize like you became like an international like a figure when everybody would just recognize you, would go to certain places and people was like, hey, that's the dude from Breaking?
Well, you know, that really didn't happen too much.
It didn't happen too much?
Nah, because, you know, I mean, living in Fresno, it did, because everybody knows I'm from Fresno. I mean, the news, local news came to my mom's house. And
oh, man, okay.
And all this stuff. So they, you know, locally, everybody knew. Some, you know, a few times, you know, in that sense, people knew. By that time, you know, the way I had my hair, I cut that out. So it's hard to recognize.
Oh, you cut your hair? Okay.
Yeah. So, and, you know, and for me, I mean, looking at the role, it wasn't like anything it was just a few scenes that I was in battling. Yeah, it was connection with the movie and the story. But, you know, I mean, Shrimp and Shabadoo, they was the guys that got, you know, they was the stars, so they was easily recognized because they was throughout the whole movie. Mm-hmm. So, but, you know, for me, it was just, you know, I didn't really do it for that, but, you know, and I didn't get into dancing for fame. I got into dancing because I saw my brother doing his style that I wanted to do, and I liked the way it looked, and I wanted to be a part of that. I mean, I've been dancing, you know, when I was young, doing the James Brown, all that stuff, because that's who was the best dancer for us in the night. When I was born in '61, so by the time '65, '66, James Brown was the person you watched on television. '68, '69, Michael Jackson came on as the Jackson 5, but it was just a phenomenon of a young group doing what they doing. Michael Jackson wasn't doing the stuff that he does, you know, I wasn't doing all that. He did spins and dance. We was admired because he looked like he's our age. You know, he's a couple years older than me, but you watch a little kid and everybody, oh shoot. So, but the person that we looked up to was James Brown, Joe Tex, people like that were dancers.
You know what, Peter? I had seen a video a couple years ago, a while back, and James Brown was doing he was showing all of his dances, and he said, "Watch me do the boogaloo."
Yeah. Because and this is the thing that this is the and I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
This is the discrepancy or the stuff that people don't understand or know. Boogaloo dance originally, the original dance came out like in the mid '60s.
Okay.
It had its own music, had Boogaloo music, which it was Latin. It was Latin music mixed with R&B. So then they had their dance that it was more like something like swing, salsa mix, but but it was done on a freestyle. Now you can go on YouTube and I tell it to all the people with all this boogaloo controversy and all this stuff. I go, let's talk about it. That name was used before me, before the ElectricBoogaloos Fresno, before Oakland, Bay Area, all that. It's a name that and even had its own dance. That's why James Brown was doing. There is 2 boogaloos back in the day. There was the Latin boogaloo, which is still boogaloo, and then you had the Southern boogaloo, which James Brown would do, and they doing this. My mom used to do the dance. You can watch. There's footage on the original boogaloo dance. It's, like I said, there's the one with the swing and do this.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. So boogaloo is originally music, and it's originally from New York. The original boogaloo and music comes out of New York, started by Puerto Ricans.
Oh.
See, and this is the thing that people argue. Well, EB's not doing the boogaloo. Oh, we doing a real boogaloo. Oakland doing, but neither one of us. We use the same word for a description of what the stuff that we do. But the original, the people who had the biggest discrepancy, who should be the most mad, is the ones who do the original boogaloo and where it come from originally. They the ones should be going. Neither one of y'all is doing the original boogaloo. So why y'all saying so? If it's original in what you do and the movement of it, you using that same name. So what? It's a lot of popular. It's a lot of Timothy. I went and looked up Timothy Solomon. There's a lot of Timothy Solomon. I'm not the only one out here. Somebody used that. Solomon is a regular family name. It's been used many years. Timothy is too. So I found Timothy E. Solomon, Timothy S. Solomon. Timothy is not. It's not an original name. I can't claim it for myself.
Okay.
But it's me who I am. Because if you put us all in a room, that's Timothy from Las Vegas. Oh, that's Timothy Solomon from New York. Still, by region, we're different. Same thing with the dance. Boogaloo, Oakland Boogaloo is different from Fresno Boogaloo. Fresno Boogaloo and Oakland Boogaloo is different from the original Boogaloo that was done in 1960 something. So we can't be fighting over. Only thing we can say distinctively is the moves the same. Because we move different, you move different, just because we have the same name. The distinction and the difference should be in the move, not in the name. Because they don't own it and we don't own it. So I can easily say that.
Yeah.
ElectricBoogaloos do not own the word boogaloo. It was there before us.
I like that. I like that. All right, Pete. Let me just hit you with one more question, bro, because this is so crazy. I think I heard you quote one time. I don't know if I read it in a magazine or I heard in a video. You said that Popin Taco was the funkiest Latino that you ever seen.
Yeah, he was the first one I seen.
He was the first?
My brother told me, and it's so true because right now online somebody released thing Taco talking about when he first met me, but people thought my name was Pistol Pete for some reason, and then my name is Popin Pete. So, but he talked about the first time he seen Popin, the first time I seen him dance. See, Taco was known for more robot. He learned robot waving and snaking style.
Yeah, the Cobra, right?
Yeah, well, it's called snaking.
Okay.
Cobra is the guy named who created it.
Oh,
so
okay.
everybody think, because both names have been used, but originally it was called snaking.
Okay.
Because the guy who created the snaking was originally being taught by Sam when we all were young. When we first started, Sam first came to Long Beach, and we all was learning because we all lived on the same street. Daryl Johnston. Used to come down to the house. He was 13 years old. I was 16, and he used to come and learn how to pop and boogaloo from Sam. Then we moved. Next thing you know, we heard about my little brother was going to school with Bruno, and he said, "This is Mexican dude.
Oh yeah,
doing this weird dance, this moves." And I said, what's his name? His name is Bruno. Yeah, at Taco yet. He only knew him as Bruno from school, from Long Beach Poly High School.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so he started telling me about him. So Long Beach Poly High had their homecoming day. So we went up there, it's a free day, go up there, go on campus. And I saw everybody, Bruno was over there by the bathroom Walked over there. I see this Mexican dude with khakis on, had a hair net on his head, hair slicked back. And I seen Daryl, who I knew, hadn't seen in a while, a couple of years. I said, Daryl, what's happening? And I said, I heard you Bruno? He said, yeah. I said, let me see you get down. And I was hearing all this stuff, how bad he was. And he started doing these. And he waving, and I was like, I'm looking, I'm trying to hold my composure. In my head, I said, this Mexican, because I'd never seen a Mexican dance like that.
Okay.
I said, ooh, but in my face was like, man, he all right. But I'm in my head, I'm going, damn, because I never seen nobody move. And I didn't know Daryl, which was King Cobra, who was the one who created and taught him. And I'm thinking, then I said, where you learn it from? And he said, and I went, and then Daryl did it, and Daryl was on another level.
I never even heard of Daryl.
Yeah, oh man, because Daryl dropped off the scene. King Cobra dropped off the scene. By the time all the movies and the commercials and hoopla came, he had already stopped. So he never got that his accolades for being the creator of the snaking style. And his snaking style was top dog. There's no one, because I seen all of them do it. All four original guys that Daryl taught. 3 original guys other than himself that was in the Mysteria Poppers. Kent, George, and Taco. And then they all had snake names. That's why it was King Cobra, King Rattler, King Snake, King Python.
Wow.
So that's why it's called snaking style, because they all were snakes. They all had the thing. So they all did this thing that Daryl Johnston, King Cobra, taught them. And King Cobra, there was no one better than him. And I feel very sorry and unfortunately that people out here didn't get to see Daryl Johnston, King Cobra do get out. And he could pop, and he could boogaloo, because he was taught by Sam. So the whole thing, even Taco says on this video I just seen this morning, said that King Cobra was said to him, I was taught how to pop and boogaloo from Sam, and then he started telling me, but you guys see his little brother, Popin Pete, but he must have said, but they kept saying my name was, the other guy mentioned me as Pistol Pete, so Taco kept referring to me as Pistol Pete. He said, but Taco said we lived in Lakewood, California, which is, about
15 minutes from Long Beach?
30 minutes from Long Beach. He said he came over and he saw me get down. He said, I seen, this is out of Popin Taco's mouth. He said, I seen people do, I saw it was popping, and he said, but when I seen Pete, it was clean, it was power, he was like the Beethoven of popping. He said how he danced, how I seen it, he said it was on a different level. This is out of, and who I start teaching Popin Taco how to pop. So I started teaching him how to pop, how to do the EB style.
Oh man, okay.
So that's how, and then me and Taco became very close. And that's how me and him, I ended up living at his house when we were doing the movies.
In Long Beach?
Yeah, in Long Beach. So, man, and I was, like I said, living in Lakewood. But living in Long Beach is a time when I heard about him, but then moved to Lakewood. He used to ride his moped all the way to at 6 a.m. in the morning to learn from me. And he even says, when he came, I would be sitting down, no shirt on, have my my baggies on, and he said I would get up. He said Pete would say, "Let me see you get down," and he got out. Then he said Pete got up, and he said when he danced. And Taco, one thing about Taco has never been a liar. Taco has never been an exaggerator. And since I've been knowing him, he's always told the truth of what he see and what he know. He said, when Pete got up and started dancing, he said, I saw Popin. I saw that he said he was doing Popin on another level than anybody at that, even back then. And this is 82, somewhere like that.
Oh, nice. So
I only been in Popin for since 78, so I've only been doing like 4 or 5 years, 4 years. But that's the thing. So me and Taco just became good friends, and he's come over, all the time. And we would, practice. And I taught him in real time. I didn't teach him like, put your hand like this. I said, watch me. He would just, I'd be going off. Then I said, get down like that. And he started doing it. I said, but find your own feel, not your own style. Because style for me is, everybody do popping. If you do waving, you do tutting, it is the style you're doing. But you can find your own niche inside that and say, this is my feel of it. Like it's like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. They all play a thing called basketball, but they all had their own feel of it. They didn't have their own style of basketball because basketball is dribble the ball, shoot, but they all had their own little things that made them the signature of who they are. Same thing with dance with me. It's not like, for me, you say you got your own style. That means you created a whole different dance style than it is that you're doing.
Okay.
Because for me, that style, you said, somebody said, how many dance styles? And what dance style you like? I like popping, I like breaking, I like crumping, I like, you name all these dance styles. Then someone says, well, there's a lot of locking styles. Says, show me. And they start going like this. Say, that's locking. Now show me a different one. That's locking. Now people say, now there's moves. Now if someone did a move, I said, that's a move. That's not a style. He did that move within a style and technique that's already existed. So how can you recreate a style? And then if you do, why you calling it the same thing in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Now you can use a name, Boogaloo, Boogaloo. Oh, I like that name, but I can make a different style, you know, a movement and foundation to it. So it's a lot of different things that, in a sense of when I, you know, going into that, that I could, when I hear people talk, you know, even in the controversial situations when people say the EBs don't do this, the EBs are liars, but my thing is this: if we're lying about what we do, then why? And I want everybody to look at me. If the Electric Boogaloo style or whatever is a lie, a farce, or this and that, or we stole it, then why do people say either two things they're gonna say? F that Electric Boogaloo style. I hate that EB style. Or they're gonna say, oh, to someone else who's doing something, they go, oh, you doing that damn EB style. So what they're doing is recognizing something that we do. It can't be this. And if it's for something that if I stole it from somebody, I'll go like this. Man, they stole that style. That style you doing, that ain't the EBs. They stole that. But everybody will say, see somebody doing something like us and go, you doing that old Electric Boogaloo style, whether it be in a negative way or a positive way.
Yes, that's true.
You know, you can't say out this out of mouth, you know, they didn't create it, then you talk to somebody else, you go, F that Electric Boogaloo style. So once you say F that Electric Boogaloo style, you always giving credence to the fact that that belongs to us. So people don't understand that. When I say that to people, they go, oh. I said, so people got to start changing their narrative. You can say, well, this style came out before the Electric Boogaloo style, or this style came out before the EBs. Fine. If it happens, I give you that truth. Oh yeah. And people say strut came out before us, but we don't strut.
Okay.
So if I'm looking at somebody strutting, I'm going to go, like I did when I first saw it. What style is that, Sam? Going back to that, 1978. It's called strutting. That's from the Bay Area. It's different from what y'all do, but it's still, that's hard. I'm 16. That's why. So me going back in 1978, me coming up to 2020, it's the same thing for me. When people telling me, oh, you know, they history is not the history, I'm going, our history is our history. Because if I see somebody, if someone start dancing like me, like they'll say, oh, the Chinese, they all dance like the EB style, or so and so. Then if we didn't create it, then stop giving the credit or giving us credit for something that we didn't do. You see somebody doing something like this, whatever, and they go, now go like this. Nah, they didn't make that up. If you see somebody doing Spider-Man that I created, say he didn't do that. Crazy Legs, he didn't do that. Then keep that same energy, because you can't go in one sense start telling people that we didn't do this, but then give us props by dissing us. I don't like that EB style. You should then. If you don't like the EB style, and if we stole that what you see that we're doing, then you should say, I don't like that style that was created way before the Electric Boogaloos.
Okay.
That's what you're saying. But since we're doing it, they go, we don't like that style. Or you say, I don't like that style on them. See, but they don't do that. They say, we don't like that EB style, Electric Boogaloo style. That means you're giving us the props of doing it and being attached to us. Not they doing the dance. I hate that dance that they messed up that we used to do back in 19. They ain't saying it like that. But they don't. But you know. But their arguments for me is superficial. say it's only one dimensional because they only think about it in that sense. They go because it's a thing about let's say we're not gonna agree with the EBs. We don't care about that. They stole it, but they don't know. They can't discern the difference between they stole it and giving us credit and saying we don't like what they do. You don't like what they do. That means you don't like what whoever created. You say we got it from. If you say we stole it, then you should go to them and say, I hate that style that y'all created. Because you don't like it on us, but you give credit to the others that we stole it from. So we're doing it like them to give it the identity. Yeah, what they doing? We used to do that. But you don't like it. It's terrible when we do it, but you recognize it as the same when you want to make a distinction. Anyway.
Thank you. Woo! All right, Pete. Blessed though, bro. Any final words you want to say? Like,
you know, my thing, I'm like this. I always try to keep things in perspective. I give everybody props. I've always been like that. I don't take nothing from nobody. I love what LA came up with. I love what Oakland, Bay, San Francisco, Fillmore District. Anybody that's out here doing something that's adding or you know, or was a part of something in the beginning, you get the love from me. I just don't understand the fact that we gotta, you know, blah blah blah, and nobody, you know, is clear on anything. But one thing I am clear on is that I give props to everyone because, and lastly, we had a website that we started that was 1998-99. It's got corrupted, so we couldn't access it anymore. But on our website, it stated styles from the Bay Area and Oakland. We gave them props. The reason why you know, and that, if that site was still up, right now it'll put things in more perspective because when we had it out back then. The internet was just freshly started out, so the access of information was slow. Now it's more instant.
It's light speed.
Yes, if we had our website, people would see. Then we were giving props to Oakland, Bay, all that, and I even called people and say, "What's the styles that y'all created?" I wrote down all the styles that they told me that they did down there. I wrote and I gave props to Southern California for what they did. Central California is Fresno, and Northern California is the Bay, Oakland, all that. But that was on our website. I mean, I don't know if you can go and look up archives. Maybe sometime you could, you know, it'll come up, but I'm not sure. But this is how much for me. I wanted to put things in perspective because I wanted that timeline to be truthful. You can't omit us out of the timeline and think like, and then everything started in the Bay, everything started in LA. Fresno is a big part of this. Fresno, Long Beach, I should say.
Okay.
It's a big part of the thing equation. So you know, and everybody, there's plenty of room for everybody. So let's not call this bull. Anyway.
All right. Thank you. Woo! Oh my gosh, I love it. That was the stuff he was telling me. I thought I had a good. Yeah. When it comes to like the popping that you were saying and like the detail,